Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Superhero Gamer, and today we're breaking down one of the tankiest and most stylish villains in DC Worlds Collide, the Penguin. Oswald Cobblepot, the master of manipulation and umbrellas, might not look like the most intimidating figure, but in this game, he's one of the most vital components of the poison team. His ability to protect allies, boost their poison damage, and heal himself constantly makes him a cornerstone of the team's survival and damage scaling. So in today's video, we're going to go through everything you need to know about Penguin, his skills, the best gear, artifact options, team synergy, and of course, his overall strengths and weaknesses. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you think of the Penguin in DC Worlds Collide. My goal for this year is to get 1,000 subs. We are very close already, so if you could subscribe to the channel, that would help me out when it comes to reaching my goal. Thanks. Now, let's get started on this Penguin guide. The Penguin is a front row tank and a team protector built around defensive scaling and poison synergy. His job isn't to deal damage, it's to keep your team alive, spread poison, and make sure your back row stays safe. When built properly, Penguin becomes incredibly difficult to take down, especially once his badge reaches level 30. At that point, he keeps his umbrella up the entire fight, granting massive defensive buffs and damage reduction to your allies, which is very crucial for the poison team in late game survivability. Alright, let's go ahead and start off with Penguin's skills. For his ultimate, Penguin summons his birds to attack an enemy in the back row, dealing superpower damage and healing himself 4% of his maximum HP. At higher levels, this healing increases based on how many stacks of poison are on the targets. In simple terms, the more poison stacks your enemies have, the more the Penguin heals. It's a perfect fit for the poison team since those stacks ramp up consistently through Ivy, Cheshire, and Dr. Poison. For his basic attack, this ability deals physical damage and applies a stack of poison for 3 turns. It's not flashy, but it is consistent. And because it adds poison with every hit, it keeps the damage over time flowing throughout longer fights. For his advanced skill, this is going to be Penguin's signature move. He raises his umbrella to boost his defense by 100% and grants 30% damage reduction to back row for 1 turn. At higher levels, if he's attacked while his umbrella is raised, he is going to poison the attacker. At max level, he gains 150% defense and grants 40% damage reduction to your back row, which is huge. And once you've unlocked his badge 30, he keeps his umbrella raised permanently, giving your entire team constant protection. For his passive, this passive increases his max HP and boosts the amount of healing he receives. It doesn't sound exciting, but it's part of what makes Penguin feel unkillable when paired with Swamp Thing and Dr. Poison. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his badge. So at level 10, your back row allies gain 10% attack power while the umbrella is up. At level 20, the back row poison damage of your allies is increased by 60%. And at level 30, the Penguin now keeps the umbrella up for the entire battle. The stat increases on this are going to be HP bonus, defense bonus, damage reduction, and reflect. That level 30 badge turns him from a decent tank into a poison team MVP. So what about some gear recommendations for Penguin? Well, for Penguin's gear, you want to lean fully into defense and survivability. So I believe the best set on him right now is going to be a 4-piece block and a 2-piece HP. This gives him reliable block chance and a solid health pool that scales to tank hits. For the alternative build, we're looking something at like a 4-piece block and a 2-piece heal. This setup is great if you're running Swamp Thing and Dr. Poison, since the extra healing will scale off both their supportive abilities and Penguin's own sustain. For stat priorities on the comms and necklace, you'll want HP bonus or you'll want block rate. And remember, you only want to invest heavy into gear upgrades into the epic tier 3 gear. These are really expensive, but will ultimately give you the best stat increases. So what about artifacts? Well, your artifacts become one of the most important parts of late game builds for your characters. So artifacts is super important to get down correctly. The best in slot probably for him is going to be the Atlantean helmet. This boosts survivability and fits him very, very well with the sturdy armor, which is going to give him extra defense and crit resistance. And also the cloak is good for blocking debuffs and incoming control effects. It also raises his reflect damage by 5% and also increases his HP. The next one we're going to talk about is going to be Bane's Venom. So Bane's Venom provides extra sustain and damage reduction, and it synergizes perfectly with the poison team and what they're all about. The next best option is going to be the Screwdriver Helmet. This adds more defensive scaling and general tankiness for longer battles. Your free-to-play options are going to be the Enhanced Sphere Green, which increases defense at the start of battle. And then the next one is going to be your Enhanced Sphere Pink, which increases HP at the start of battle. And the last one is going to be the Enhanced Sphere Blue. This one is going to increase his block rate, giving Penguin more chances to reduce incoming damage, which I think he kind of needs. Each of these artifacts is going to help him do what he does best: soak damage, spread poison, and protect his team. So what about some team synergies for the Penguin? Well, it's pretty obvious, but right now, Penguin's place is very clear to me. He belongs on the poison team. His entire kit revolves around spreading poison, healing himself from those poisons, and amplifying the team's overall poison damage. So here's the best performing poison lineup right now. That's going to be Penguin for the main tank, Swamp Thing as the off tank / healing support, Poison Ivy is going to be your DPS, Cheshire is going to be your DPS / assassin type hero, and Dr. Poison is going to be your support / healer. This team has incredible sustain, damage scaling, and utility. Penguin protects the back row, Swamp Thing heals, Dr. Poison heals and spreads poison for the team, and Ivy and Cheshire ramp up poison stacks until the enemy melts away. Outside of the poison team, Penguin doesn't perform as well. He feels clunky in mixed comps and doesn't offer enough to justify running him without poison synergy. So what are going to be some of Penguin's strengths? Well, he's an excellent team protector with massive defense and damage reduction. He has a constant self-heal that makes him extremely durable. He synergizes perfectly with the poison team, boosts their poison damage by up to 60%. And he's great in long fights and multi-wave content such as Evil Falls, campaign stages, or Elite Arena. So what about his weaknesses? Well, Penguin feels squishy without badge 30 since the umbrella isn't permanent until then. His damage output is also low compared to other tanks. He's going to struggle big time outside of non-poison comps. And he can be countered by teams that frequently cleanse or have high burst damage. So the big question here is, should you build the Penguin? If you're running or planning to run the poison team, then yes, Penguin is going to be a must build. He's the glue that keeps the team alive through long fights, and his defense buffs make the poison damage dealers so much more effective. However, if you don't plan on investing into the poison synergy, Penguin's value drops significantly. He just doesn't bring enough on his own outside of that archetype. But once you hit badge 30, he becomes one of the tankiest units in the entire game and is a must-have for anyone serious about mastering the poison team. And that wraps up today's Penguin character guide. If you found this video helpful, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Your subscription will help me out a lot, considering I'm trying to get to 1K subscribers before the end of the year, so make sure that you do that. And don't forget to join the Discord community for detailed team help, build advice, and other daily DC Worlds Collide discussions. The link should be in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until